Welcome to the Red Chair Reviews. Fred Whitaker Jr. here. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe to the channel while you're here. I'm going to be bringing you lots of stuff about music, books, professional wrestling, all the things I love to talk about, I'm going to talk about here. If you like and subscribe to me on Instagram or Twitter, and you follow me here, you'll subscribe to me on YouTube, you have a chance to win something pretty soon, an Echo show. I'm giving away stuff. But you have to be subscribed to me on YouTube, and you have to follow me on either my Red Chair Reviews IG page or my Red Chair Reviews Twitter. Without further ado, this is 5 albums that I think are overlooked unjustly, and I would hope you will go check them out because I think they will make your life better just because they're so awesome. That's how this music thing works, right? Right? Anyway, the first album comes from a band from the Louisiana area, Agents of Oblivion. They're self-titled and only record. This is formed from some of the pieces from legendary metal band Acid Bath, but it's just really a great listen. Very mellow, very dark. It doesn't sound, as far as like the mix, it's not a perfectly mixed record, but man, it's really, really good. I think you're going to find a lot of great tunes on it. If I had to pick some favorite songs from this, I would say that Phantom Green is just amazingly haunting. The Hangman's Daughter, Ladybug, Wither, Ensmouth. There's just so many great songs. They even do a cover of an old Acid Bath song, Dead Girl. They kind of do it very differently. But if you haven't heard Agents of Oblivion's only album, and it is from 2000? Yeah, 2000. And it's from the well-known label, Rotten Records. Not necessarily for good reasons. But either way, check this out. It also was out on vinyl recently. I have that as well. So check it. You're going to love it, I think. The next slab of metal comes from a band from New York. Hey, from New York! That was the worst. It's the worst accent. Anyway, Internal Bleeding's Driven to Conquer. Driven to Conquer. This is just really slab-heavy, awesome stuff. I saw them live a few times, and they were excellent live as well. The title track, Driven to Conquer, Falling Down, is probably my favorite song on this album. I love that particular song. 6 Shots in Dallas, which is about the assassination of JFK. Slave Soul. Man, every song on this album is a banger. So if you like death metal and you haven't heard this extreme New York band, Internal Bleeding, check them out. They have several albums and all are very worth checking out, but if I had to pick one for you to listen to, it's Driven to Conquer. Go check that. Next is H.I.M. Now, I know you're going to say H.I.M's not really an underappreciated. They're not unknown. Everyone knows H.I.M. They do, but they know this. And they probably know this, actually, more, which is kind of sad. But I have a friend, Joey, who thinks that, this album is their best one. And it's not. It's this. It's Deep Shadows and Brilliant Highlights. A lot of these songs showed up in the movie Haggard that Bam Margera and his crew did a while ago. But In Joy and Sorrow, Lose You Tonight, Beautiful, such a wonderful tune. Love You Like I Do is a great closer for this album. The best closer of any H.I.M. album, I think. So really, just Pretending. Just so many wonderful songs in this album. So if you dig H.I.M., if you love the love metal, then this is the H.I.M. album I think you need to check out. It's definitely more mellow than a lot of their stuff, but it's mellow in a good way. So I think you'll really dig it. Really dark, cool, creepy vibes. Vibin'. The fourth album I want to recommend to you this week is by a band called Powerman 5000. You might recognize this guy because he looks kind of like Rob Zombie, but it's not. That's his brother, Spider. Yes, Rob Zombie has a brother, and he's in Powerman 5000. The album after this kind of got them kind of big for a very short amount of time. Powerman 5000 actually did a song called Black Lipstick, great music video, last year, I believe it was. Really cool stuff. They're still doing stuff. They're changing all the time. But this band showed themselves at their like most wonderful, funkiest, I think. There was just a nice melding of like funk, metal, hip-hop, all sorts of cool things kind of in one album. Mega Kung Fu Radio is the name of the album. Also a song on here. I love Neckbone. I love Car Crash. I love Even Superman Shot Himself. A lot of really cool tunes. Just check it out. If you haven't heard this, you're missing out on a really cool vibe and album that has a lot of really awesome funk elements that I think is unique, and it was ahead of its time. And last but not least, I'm always pumping up one of my favorite bands, The Gathering. This is a double album, and I'm glad it is. I did find it on vinyl a few years ago, and I'm very happy to have it because it's just so nice to hear it, on the premium medium, if you will. But this is a really good album. It's kind of lengthy, but you don't get bored with it. It's really just a mid-paced, mellow, album you could put on just while you're doing things, and it just calms you. It keeps you calm inside. It soothes me, and I think it'll do the same for you. Rescue Me, Marooned, Travel. Oh, the end of Travel is so good. Liberty Bell on the second album, Illuminating is great. There's just really a great amount of wonderful songs on here. Worth a listen of the entire album. Don't skip out on the second part of this. You definitely want to check it out. Annika van Giersbergen is at her best here, and the band is really hitting their stride and trying new things. And this is, I think, their most diverse and just mellow album. It's an excellent mellow album. So I gave you some metal stuff. I gave you some funk. I gave you a little bit of the just the vibe and mellow vibes, but I also gave you internal bleeding. So hopefully, with all of these 5 things here, there's something that you can find that you like. As I said earlier, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm glad that you're here. Please subscribe. Feel free to follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, and I'll be bringing you more content here as much as I possibly can. Thanks, and send me some suggestions. Put them below. I would love to listen to some of the things you guys listen to. What albums do you think are underrated that people have missed out on and need to go back and check out? I'm always willing to check out new stuff. I'm excited about it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.